Hi, everybody. My name's Andrew Mayer, and this is my first try at trying to use recording here using OBS, whatever sort of stuff. If you're interested in some of the background of how this stuff happens and what it's made of, leave me a message. Drop me a comment, let me know, and maybe I'll show you how I do some of this other stuff. But there's something I wanted to share really quickly today, honestly, so I don't forget how to do it. And this is specifically for those who are going to use broadcasting software like OBS or Ecamm or some of the others out there and want to create overlays. And those who have ever looked at this will understand what it means. But if you haven't, don't worry about it. You're looking at an overlay right now. So I'm talking into a camera. You can see that in the screen. I'm looking down at my monitor here. And you can see I'm just one little frame of the whole picture here. And this is live, right? I'm not editing this afterwards and creating a small little picture here. I've created a sort of picture-in-picture, if you want. Basically, there's a big photo of my background that I use here on all my scenes on my New Normal podcasts and vlogs, and I've cut out a hole in there so I could put in the picture of this camera. That's called an overlay. And how you can do that with a picture was something I found really hard to learn, and I wanted to show you right now. So let me move over to my desktop here. So jump over into my Keynote right now. So you didn't see this, but this is where I left off here, and I had to go restart my Keynote to bring it back into OBS here. But get back into here. Now you're looking at another cutout here, me on the left-hand side talking to you in the screen. I'm going to start looking at Keynote here in a moment. On the right-hand side is my other monitor where I've got the application Keynote running. And on there is the example of the cutout that I'm using right now with a cutout for a talking head on one side here and a screen on the other side. What's important when you get started is you're going to have to figure out what you want to capture, what kind of size of things are. That's another video. But let me show you what I want to do here. I want to create a new layout here that looks like this, but without the picture of me on the side, just to have the same screen. So I've got a screen that I've already prepared it here in Keynote here of the background that I always want to have everywhere through my videos here. I've also copied the same frame from the one I used before that you're looking at right now, so I know it's the right size, it's in the right position here. So I've just got it sitting there on top. Now, you might not know this, and I won't show you here, but you can easily take multiple shapes and join them together and create cutouts and cut out these holes and things here. But using it with a photo like the picture I have in the background here and a shape just doesn't work. At least that's what I thought here. So let me show you real quick how I solve this here. I'm going to need to create a couple of new shapes, and you can't see my menu items and you can't see my mouse. I don't know how to do that yet. Maybe if you have an idea, leave me a comment below. I'm going to create a new shape here. Let me color it something bright so we can all see it. I need to create the size, 1920 by 1080, because I need it to be the whole size of the whole frame. I'm going to go put it up there, right into position. Now, why don't we move it backwards a little so I can see my, well, let me maybe make this a different color so we can see my frame here that I want to cut out a hole of this now orange background here. Now I need another shape that's going to be the shape of the cutout here. So again, I'm going to put in another form here. I'm going to put it right inside of the frame that I've already created that's got the right size of what I'm looking for here. Snaps right into place here. So now I've got two shapes, the background orange, the white, and the black in the front here. If I click on the background, hold Shift, and click on the one in the front, and go to Arrange on the right-hand side of the screen here, and at the bottom, there's the feature called Subtract. And by subtracting it, it's now cut a hole into this yellow shape. That's a feature that's available also in PowerPoint here. But this is not all that I wanted to have. I want to have this whole background picture actually having the cutout in it. That wasn't possible until up to now. So what I need to do now is I need to delete this background picture. It was just there as a placeholder for me here. So I can delete it there, move this back into position of exactly what I want to have here, come over to Style. I'm highlighting the orange with the cutout here in the middle here. And under the fill section there, it says color fill. And I can also go to image fill. And by having image, and if you get the wrong image, you can go into choose and choose the right image here. Now I have my background picture again with a cutout in it. It's picked up all the front. It's got my logos. I can remove all those here. The only thing it doesn't have is the frame. And I put this back into position here, right where it needs to be. I can arrange it by sending it backwards. Now I have it exactly here. I have my frame, which is still a separate entity here, and I have a black cutout here. You'll see what this does here. When we go back into the scene before, it creates these fields where I can put in a camera, I can put in a picture, I can put in a screen here. So now we've got the cutout here. There's one last step, and unfortunately you won't see my menu because I don't know how to show menu items here, but I'll talk you through it right now. You need to export this slide that's in Keynote right now into an image here. And if you go into File, you go into Export To, and you go to Images. And under Images, you get a choice here where you can choose the format. JPEG is what you normally would choose as, but in order to get transparency, you need to choose the drop down and choose PNG. PNG will give you a little text box automatically set up saying, please set with transparent backgrounds. You click on Next. You tell where you want it to have it stored here. It exports it here as a PNG, and you can import it into all of your applications like OBS and Ecamm, and then use that as a picture-in-picture background, and you can arrange the way you want to have your fields there to show up there. I don't know if this was very helpful. Maybe this just reminds me if I try to come back 6 months later to do this once again here. Yeah. Picture-in-picture cutouts using a photo as a background, not just a colored shape here, how to import it into the background here. My name's Andrew Mayer. This is the new normal. Hope you enjoyed something here. If you've got some ideas of things you'd like to see, if there's something you want to learn about using OBS and Ecamm and a software like this, let me know a comment below. And thank you and have a great day.